Hello everyone, welcome back to Hair and Now. My name is Courtney and this is my new treasure and we are going to open it together today. Now this video I think is just gonna be a little short one, but I'm really excited to share with you what item I have in here. This is gonna be my first time seeing it in person, of course. I just got it in the mail today. And quite honestly, I feel like I've done quite a few unboxings lately. I don't normally get this many new pieces in my collection, but normally when one is able to travel, I would be attending museums, visiting exhibits, meeting collectors. So normally I would be seeing a lot more hair work or hair art related items that are not my own, and I can't do that lately, so I guess I've gotten a little bit shop happy the last couple of months, but that is okay. So this item is actually, again, by Roses and Rue. This is the second item that I have opened from them on this channel. So if you are interested, I do have a hair unboxing from them as well. Okay, the moment of truth. So as you may have noticed, this item is not hair itself, it is actually a photograph. Let's see if I can gently take it out of this plastic sleeve so you can see it well. And while I do, I will just talk a little bit about the Victorian era and photography. The Victorian era did have photography. Obviously, it was an early version of photography. You might hear daguerreotype or the Daguerrean method of photography. So that's where you start to see the old black and white or the sepia-toned photos. But I very often hear people say that the Victorians made hair art because they did not have photography. And that is just not true, because there was photography in the Victorian era, as evidenced by this lovely lady. Oh, isn't she beautiful? Now, this is not just any little old lady. This is not just any Victorian photograph. There is a specific reason why I purchased her. I am not by nature a Victorian photography collector, but what is so very special about this piece, and I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, I might have to take a couple of close-up photos to show you, but she is actually wearing a brooch on her collar as well as matching earrings that are hair jewelry. So anytime someone says they made hair jewelry because they didn't have photography, here's the evidence to the contrary. Here is photographed hair jewelry. Maybe you can see that a bit, that brooch right there on her collar. That is hair jewelry, as well as her earring, and you can tell they're a bit of a matching set. Now this is the table work technique. If you have seen my videos on Victorian hairwork techniques, the table work technique is the one that is obviously done on a table where you make an intricate braid using bobbins. And very often you'll see it come in the form of a long necklace or a long watch chain or bracelet. But you will also start to see, the more hair jewelry you explore, that they could be made in round, heart-shaped. I've seen some anchor-shaped. There was really no end to these shapes that you could make with table work, just assuming you had the right mold to shape the braids around. So these sort of circular earrings, brooches, were not at all uncommon. Normally I'm losing my words here. Normally the setting it's put in is just sort of a thin gold, and you'll see sort of that gold detail, but the hair is completely wrapped around it. Now, judging by this woman here, she may be a widow. It's very easy to look at this photograph and determine that she's wearing a black dress with a white collar. That would be in line with many mourning fashions. But it's also important to remember with Victorian photography that the way the image was captured, the colors could be distorted. So there were some colors that might show up and look black, but they weren't. One of the more surprising ones is yellow. If you wore a completely yellow dress and got photographed this way, it would still look black. So this one, there's decent evidence to believe that she may have been a widow wearing mourning clothing, but you do have to be careful for that. I've seen a lot of photographs of just a woman in a black dress where the black dress itself did not look like a mourning style of dress, and it very easily might have been another color. And black wasn't exclusively reserved for mourning either. Of course, it was heavily used in that sense, but black also did just appear in dresses as fashion as well. So just a couple things to look out for if you yourself are a budding collector. But gosh, I'm just so delighted by her. Such a stoic look, such a beautiful lady with very, very light hair. You can tell her hair there is probably completely white, if not about the lightest blonde you can get. And I have seen some photographs and even some paintings of people wearing hair jewelry, but this is my very first piece in my collection of sort of that image evidence of someone wearing the hair jewelry in their daily life. So I'm delighted. I love her. I don't have any details on her. I don't know her name or the exact date that this was taken, but I am really, really quite delighted. It does say Manchester, New Hampshire on this. A lot of these frames that these photographs come in will sort of have a stamp of where the photo was taken, but past that, that's really all I have to share with you today about that. I hope you enjoyed my lovely little Victorian lady, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things to make sure that you can see future videos. And a huge shout out, thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon. I'll see you guys next time.